It's Madden NFL 24, and the spotlight is on these Chiefs field-stretching tight end. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Chiefs and the Broncos, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. See a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that, because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
At the 23-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. This defense for the Broncos, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A big 30-yard play on third.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He finds Riddick complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. The Chiefs at 9-2 to start play, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Back to throw again. And the catch made by Johnson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down.
At the 10-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Chiefs will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
The secret to his game and his success? Incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet him before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Start with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Back to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Well, the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Someone sharp in this game. I think a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Step, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy by the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
47-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
A gain of 1 yard. First down.
Throwing here, Purdy. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Shotgun now with Purdy. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this defense is circling early. A pick 6 there, and they are off to the races here in this 1st quarter.
And partner, when you get off to a 1st quarter lead like this, it really frees you up defensively to take some chances, really apply some heat. And that was just a tremendous play to pick that ball off and bring it back for a score.
Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's Bennett. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
On 1st down, Purdy. Quick hitter here, it's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Purdy. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Purdy. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. 2nd and 10. Purdy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Takes it to about the 37.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
2nd and 6. Over the middle, it's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. The completion to Riddick. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 17-0 our score after 1. The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football. 2nd and a couple. As they've got it as we resume action. On play action, they'll throw. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
He'll look to throw. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Chiefs continue to pull away here in this first half.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead is now 24. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. And coming out now, the Broncos. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Purdy. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they got no chance to win this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
The Broncos send out their punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He already with a couple of touchdown throws in this first half as his guys start 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Finding ETN here. Catching it on the out route. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Chiefs have opened the lead up to 30. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field, and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 3 from the 9.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 103 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
At the 3-yard line.
Right back to him on 1st down. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. This is 3rd and goal, this Chiefs defense. They're giving it all they got. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now here comes Kansas City. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
He'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. Nice 3rd down conversion at even 20 yards. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
He's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And they're going to get He's sacked back around the 28. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw here. He finds Reddick complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll start in the Meadowlands, an NFC East battle that pits Washington against the New York Football Giants. And it's the visiting side who have the lead in that one. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head over to Detroit. Check on the Lions at home, Ford Field. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Trey Lance has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Justin Fields, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, and this is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Being chased out left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision to go and picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Boykin takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. Second down and 3.
Brings up second and 3.
Back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They'll look to throw here. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
Is the hitch route. Tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs just continue to roll.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 9-play drive and a 9-yard run on the end of it. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And now it's 3rd and 4. Throwing here, Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. They go play action here, Purdy. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Purdy bootlegging it. Got his man. It's Thornton. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Here's Purdy. That's complete yet again to Thornton. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Denver.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. He's going to air this out deep for Harvin. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
KC's offense ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The completion to Riddle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a 1st down. They'll drop to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there, because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
2nd and 15. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. This is taken at the 18. Bust through the tackle. Well, following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Broncos.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Purdy. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. That is caught. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Back to throw, Purdy. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Denver.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Chiefs' 30-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now Purdy. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Boykin. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a handoff up the middle. Boykin. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for him during this game.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
10 yards to go.
On 3rd down, Boykin. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stepped out on the line of scrimmage.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And Denver getting set to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Purdy looking to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make...
And the Chiefs are going to get him. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. This whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense ready to go again. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. Up the middle they go. Boykin, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Purdy now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Purdy, big 4th down play. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
First down, Denver.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Slant route, and he finds Thornton. Showed that brute strength, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 6.
At their 49-yard line.
Purdy. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Purdy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's to the 15. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
An extra point attempt to follow here. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing here, Purdy. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, He doesn't drop many of those, but third down coming up. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
First down, Broncos.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Purdy will look to throw again here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thornton. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Bennett. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40.
And the Broncos first down.
Back to throw again.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28.
First down, Denver.
Purdy sets up to throw again. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were heading for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd down. Here's Purdy to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Chiefs will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Boykin found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chiefs, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and this one features the Ravens' creative quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Ravens and the Bills, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back who likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Flowers. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 3. Up the middle they go. Goodrich. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. They'll keep it on the ground. Goodrich. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Now a handoff up the middle. Goodrich. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 35. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Goodrich. And he will have the Ravens first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. The Ravens add 8 and 3 now. And they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl front runners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Goodrich. And some strong running. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh will send on the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And the Ravens strike first and 3's in. Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And, Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort: 13 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game has to be established again this week.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And going right back to Walker. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Throwing is Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Hurts. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely, as one of the better coaches in the league always tells me. On offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping that one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Hurts. Dancing to his left. Fighting to stay upright. And they'll get this down to the 10. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Jalen Hurts. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Bills have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week. But here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Operating from the gun. Flowers caught on the right side by Adams. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 3 at the Bills' 37-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Goodrich, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. You look at this Buffalo defense, they're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people. Put them on the ground.
Throwing on 1st down. Flowers. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 61 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And he's got his man on the out route. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh will send on the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And this one is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Here's 3rd and 3. Here's Hurts to throw.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. On 2nd down, Goodrich. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Looking to throw. Flowers. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
They'll run on first down. Goodrich. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Flowers. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 30 yards there. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Second and 6.
Looking to throw. Flowers. The killer here, it's complete. Well, the Ravens are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Back to throw. Flowers. Got a man, it's caught. For the Ravens, touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are once again back in front. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Give to Walker on the read option. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. They'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3-and-out.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Walker. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 2nd and 5 from the 8.
2nd and 5 at the 8-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. Walker will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo.
And as a defensive coordinator, you're almost in a no-win situation down here near the goal line. You know how dangerous Jalen Hurts is when he holds on to it. You've got to be prepared to stay with him. So when he hands it off, if you're slow in reacting, this is going to be the result.
A try here for the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive. And they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
A throw over the middle, taken in. He's to the 15. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Ravens have yet again retaken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Hurts on the option right. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
Ball start. Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. They run again with Walker. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's man. So the completion good for 7 there. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
Ball start. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Flowers. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. 2nd down in the yard. Looking to throw. Flowers. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get
over the middle, and there's a diamond catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Off the play fake. Flowers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 23. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And his kick here is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll start in the Meadowlands, an NFC East battle that pits Washington against the New York Football Giants. And it's the home team who are out in front. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head over to Detroit. Check on the Lions at home, Ford Field. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Trey Lance has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Justin Fields, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And he will find his man on the outside. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. From the gun, it's Walker. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were in this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. On 1st and 10, Flowers firing quickly here, and that's complete. Going to go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw. Flowers firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I would describe the way that he's played today as mature. He's already moved on mentally from that incompletion, and he's more than ready to throw his next pass downfield.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Looking to throw. Flowers. That is caught. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 34-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 34. Back to throw. Flowers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Back to throw again. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 13-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Goodrich. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On 2nd down now, Goodrich. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Flowers. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Hurts. And that's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. 96 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Walker with another carry. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
It's second and 8 at the Ravens' 43-yard line.
Option play, and they'll give to Walker. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Here's Walker. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Jalen Hurts. That one's a milestone. Touchdown number 150 for his great career. And the Bills are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Now the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw. Flowers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. Looking to throw. Flowers. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Bills' 41-yard line.
Now a give, right side. Goodrich, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Flowers. He had him. He was was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And his kick is right there. It's good. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a two-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Throwing is Hurts.
And he's got his man on the out route. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. From the gun, it's Hurts.
And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Goodrich, and just not a ton of room to work with. They'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
To throw on third down. Flowers. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught at the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. 55 yards.
And the Bills have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
But they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They're going to try and run for it. And he will not get in here, although there is a flag down. But for the players' reactions, this might be on the offense. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession.
And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Operating from the gun, Flowers over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Now a handoff up the middle. Goodrich. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as they get this up to about the 42. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. A lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, and taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On first down, Flowers looking left side, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
On first down, Goodrich knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Flowers firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Ravens are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Bills ready to take over. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Dixon. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
1-yard gain. Brings up second.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
To number 89. A gain of 9 yards.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Dixon.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for their strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. On 3rd down, Goodrich. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
And they take a knee. On 2nd down, Goodrich. And room there to work it inside the 25.
113 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Exit 3rd and 4.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for Baltimore, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Bills, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.